Welcome to Assemble. I'm Matt. Great to have you here. So today we are talking about feuds that we want to see in WWE for 2024. It's not going to be everything across the board. We can't go through the entire roster and go bit by bit and decide on every single person who should feud with you, but we're going to take some of Matt's top ones that I really would love to see. Some of them we probably will end up seeing at some point this year. WWE would be silly to not to do some of these, frankly. But if you guys end up enjoying this video, do Matt a favor as we have this channel set up. It's all about WWE and AEW news, reviews, all that good stuff. Do me a favor and hit that subscribe button, hit the like button, because we were trying to get this whole channel up and off the ground. Let us begin. The first one is kind of an obvious one. It's going to be Ilya versus Gunther. I think that we are probably going to see this tease in the King of the Ring tournament as we get through the different rounds, but even if they don't cross paths some way, then I hope that later on this year they finally make this happen. Do I think that we are going to get Ilya as part of Imperium? No. I think that maybe that WWE is going to keep them further apart for a good part of the year. Maybe what they will do is have two of them stand off during the Royal Rumble and have like kind of their first main roster confrontation there in case they don't do anything at King of the Ring. Or they'll fast track this thing, I don't know. I really want to see Ilya versus Gunther on main roster. We have seen it in the past. It's a fantastic feud. WWE is silly if they don't do this. And they could do it for like a world heavyweight title. So that is going to be the first match that we definitely need to see. And frankly, you could go and cement it at WrestleMania 41, maybe for like the world title if they want to do that, or for the Intercontinental title. Next up is going to be a favorite of mine, and I think we could get maybe as early as SummerSlam. Logan Paul versus LA Knight. Yeah. So I really think that this match is destined to happen. LA Knight stayed on SmackDown during the draft. Obviously, champions didn't move either. I think it's almost inevitable that we are going to get this. I don't think LA Knight is going to win Money in the Bank, but I certainly can see him going up against Logan Paul and taking that United States Championship. LA Knight has not gotten a title on main roster yet. He's had feuds with Roman Reigns and the Bloodline and AJ Styles, and then it's just, he's not doing too much. He's still hot. People still love Mr. Knight. They're still really enjoying all of his work. But I think that LA Knight needs that next thing. He needs the next step, because if he sits with these one-on-one feuds, kind of lingering, not really motivated by anything other than he doesn't like AJ Styles, I don't think it's gonna work. So I think that he does need a title. He needs to be chasing after something to be motivated. We've seen this tease in the past. Logan Paul, LA Knight, they've had confrontations, they just didn't do the match. SummerSlam I feel will be perfect, kind of a crowning achievement for LA Knight. Let him run with the US title for like 3 months, see what he can do with it. Get him back on the promos and the mic. The two of them having promos together also would, I think, work really, really well. Logan Paul can go on the mic. He's actually pretty entertaining. And LA Knight, we know, is just fantastic. Next up is coming out of the recent draft. It's somebody that I'm a big fan of and is working NXT. And I really want to see big things out of him coming to the main roster on Monday Night Raw. Dijak. And I want to see Dijak versus Sami Zayn for the Intercontinental title. Sami's a wonderful underdog, and if you have the giant mountain of a man that is Dijak coming in there and just breaking people in half, it would be a great story, and it's a great foil for Sami Zayn. Sami currently is in this whole thing with Chad Gable. It's probably gonna happen where Chad Gable gets the Intercontinental title off of Sami, but a great story, if it isn't for the IC title and say Chad gets it, I think Dijak is a great feud for Sami Zayn. Again, Sami playing that underdog role so well, and Dijak could just take him to town for months. That's what she said. Okay, on the women's side, I want to see Chelsea Green versus Bayley. I actually have Chelsea coming up, and she's got two feuds that I want to see her in. First up, Chelsea versus Bayley. I think Chelsea Green, yes, I know she's in the tag team division with Piper Niven, but the women's tag division isn't doing too much, and I know they are probably going to go and feud with Bianca and Jade Cargill and just get dummied there, and I don't want to see that happen. Chelsea Green is so freaking entertaining. Bayley is also very entertaining, and I think Chelsea should go on a bit of a singles run. Maybe she could win Miss Money in the Bank ladder match and do that. Maybe not. But I do wonder if Chelsea versus Bayley would be a good story, and I kind of feel like it would be. They could just have a lot more comedic fun when it's Chelsea Green versus Bayley and get Chelsea rolled up into the title division. Give her a decent shot at the title. She probably wouldn't win, but I need to see Chelsea Green getting into singles runs. Now, the other match I would see with Chelsea is going to be happening over on SmackDown once again. Hopefully it would be in a one-on-one situation, but Chelsea Green versus Tiffany Stratton. Right now, Tiffany is going up. It's Tiffy time, and everyone has seen Tiffy go up over to the Women's WWE Championship. She's fighting Bayley. She's fighting Naomi. She's in the big main event roster mix, and I love to see it, but I would love to see them pivot even so slightly. If Tiffany Stratton doesn't get the Women's Championship just yet, I would love to see her spin off and do something with Chelsea Green. The reason for that is because I think both of them have really good comedic timing. They could both go in the ring, and it would be good if they were kind of in a one-on-one number one contenders feud, trying to get up there to get after Bayley. So there, I just booked it for you. Now, the next feud that I really want to see this year, and frankly, it's destined to happen. Like, this is probably WrestleMania 41 if I had to guess anything, but I want to see this all the way through. We had it for a little bit and it got taken away. And I'm talking, of course, about CM Punk versus Seth Rollins. I want Punk to come back, have the feud with Drew. I think that is going to turn into something really phenomenal because we've already seen all this without them even wrestling each other. They're still doing great work, but I really want to see Seth come back as a heel and go after CM Punk. Maybe Punk is champion, they're fighting for the belt, but I want to see this feud actually happen and culminate. We were gonna get it, and then Punk got injured, and now we're gonna get a little bit of a detour, and not so much because Drew's doing phenomenal work, but we're gonna get this match with Drew, and then I think when the timing is right, they will pull the trigger and give us Punk versus Seth, and they could ride this thing to the Rumble. They could go all the way to WrestleMania and play it out for several months. It's definitely what I want to see, and I especially want to see it if Seth comes back and tweaks his character and he's much more of a heel. But it'd be also really cool if they made Punk more of the heel. I don't know what they would do with it, but it is a match that I think we are bound to get. Can't wait to see it. Next match on the list, Cody Rhodes versus the Viper Randy Orton. Something that we have not seen just yet. They can go back to their days of legacy. They have so much history together. Randy Orton is a beast of a man who just feel like he can just RKO anybody at any time. And Randy Orton, yes, he is in this current program. Kevin Owens, the Bloodline, new Bloodline. They're doing all of that right now, but I don't think that's gonna last forever. I would love it if it's SummerSlam or after SummerSlam. Randy spins off a bit, gets more vicious, becomes that nasty heel again, and fights Cody. You gotta turn Randy heel though, for it all to work, because fans are gonna just cheer Randy. And maybe that is some of the hesitation by WWE. The fear that even if Randy is a bad guy, that fans will just cheer him anyways for doing stuff, and maybe risk even turning fans on Cody a little bit. You don't want that to happen. So even if that does all go down, I still need to see this match, this feud, even if they're gonna both play faces and they wanna do it straight up, but it'd be way more entertaining if Randy Orton becomes a nasty heel, just punting people left and right, and goes after Cody Rhodes and wants that title. It's a great challenger for Cody Rhodes as well. And the last one on the list, we're probably going to get it at some point, and I think for 2024 it can happen. Cody Rhodes versus The Rock, the final boss. It is destined to happen. They teed this all up all through WrestleMania, even after Mania on Raw, where The Rock is holding Cody's belt and he likes it. Rock is destined to come back, all involved in this bloodline, this new bloodline, and it's really, really cool to see. And it's exactly the match that I think fans are dying to see overall, is Rock versus Cody. Will it have the title on the line? Will The Rock win the belt and take it away from Cody Rhodes if this happens? Quite possibly. And then you get final boss Rock with the belt and going off to WrestleMania 41 against Roman Reigns. But let me know in the comments below, what feuds do you want to see in 2024? And if you enjoy videos like this, click right here because we have more WWE content coming at you. Have a great day. See ya.